They don't chase, they don't plead, they don't demand. And yet somehow the world bends around them. You've seen her before, maybe at a party, maybe at a cafe, or maybe she just passed you by once and something about her lingered. She wasn't loud, she wasn't even trying to impress anyone, but you couldn't look away. That is the Siren Effect. It's the silent power some women possess, the ability to command attention, loyalty, and desire without ever needing to say a word. It begins subtly. Her presence doesn't enter a room and it shifts the energy of it. You don't know why, but your eyes find her. Maybe it's the calm confidence in the way she carries herself, the way she seems completely unbothered by who's watching. While others perform for validation, she sits in silence, perfectly still, knowing the world will come to her. That's the secret most never understand. Power doesn't shout, it radiates. The siren isn't always the most beautiful woman in the room, at least not in the conventional sense. Her magnetism doesn't come from makeup or a perfect body. It comes from something far rarer, emotional control. She doesn't react quickly. She doesn't give her emotions away cheaply. When you speak to her, you get the sense that she's listening, but also measuring. You can't tell if she's impressed, bored, or intrigued, and that uncertainty drives you insane. You start thinking about her when she's gone. You replay every glance, every pause, every word. You wonder what she meant. And that's how the siren begins her quiet control, not by pursuing, but by making you chase your own curiosity. Psychologically, it's brilliant. Humans crave what they can't fully grasp. The moment someone becomes predictable, our minds label them as safe and move on. But the moment someone gives you just enough to feel something, then pulls away, your brain locks on like a radar. That's why the siren never overshares. She lets silence do the seducing. In those silences, you imagine meaning. You project desire. You start believing you are the one chasing, when in truth, she already has you exactly where she wants you. The Siren Effect is not about manipulation, it's about mastery. She understands herself so well that she doesn't need external approval to feel powerful. And because she doesn't need, she becomes the one who chooses. Watch how she speaks him slowly, intentionally. No nervous laughter, no constant need to fill silence. Her eyes, steady, direct, but never aggressive. She doesn't search for validation in yours, she tests what you can handle. Her movements, deliberate, graceful. She treats time like it belongs to her. The siren knows that mystery isn't created by withholding words, it's created by owning energy. Men, especially those who crave control, find this energy intoxicating. Because she represents something rare, someone who can't be bought, impressed, or easily moved. She's both the dream and the challenge, soft in tone but steel in boundaries. A siren doesn't beg for love. She inspires it. She doesn't demand loyalty. She earns it by being the calm that others lose themselves in. And ironically, her detachment makes people want to prove themselves to her, to decode her, to win her, to make her feel something. But that's the trick. She already feels deeply. She just doesn't show it until it's deserved. Historically, this power has been misunderstood. From myth to modern psychology, sirens were painted as dangerous, women who lured men to destruction. But perhaps the truth is different. Maybe the siren doesn't destroy men, she reveals them. She exposes their weakness, their hunger for control, their addiction to attention. She mirrors their obsession back at them. And in that reflection, they realize she never forced them to drown. They swam willingly toward her calm voice and quiet mystery. In modern terms, the Siren Effect isn't about seduction. It's about energy dominance. She understands how attention works. She knows that the one who speaks less often speaks louder. She knows that emotional control is the highest form of power, and she plays the long game. Because time always favors the one who doesn't rush, she doesn't text first. Not because she's playing games, but because she's centered in her world. Her value doesn't fluctuate with someone else's interest. When you reach out to her, it's like stepping into another dimension. Slower, quieter, charged with tension. You feel seen, but also challenged. You feel like you've met someone who can't be conquered, only understood if you're patient enough. But here's the twist. The siren isn't born this way. She's forged through experience. Once upon a time, she cared too much. She gave her energy freely, her emotions recklessly. And she learned painfully that not everyone deserves to touch her inner world. So she built walls, not cold but wise. She stopped explaining herself. She stopped performing for love. And in that silence, she discovered her true power. the ability to attract by existing authentically. Now, when she walks, she doesn't need validation. When she speaks, people listen. And when she loves, it's a privilege, not a right. The Siren Effect, at its core, is not manipulation. It's magnetism born from self-possession. It's the art of emotional restraint in a world obsessed with oversharing. It's knowing that your energy is sacred, and not everyone should have access to it. Because the moment you learn to control your reactions, you control the narrative. You stop chasing. You stop explaining. You simply exist with intention. And that draws everything to you. In the end, the Siren Effect is a lesson for everyone, not just women. It's a reminder that real power doesn't come from words, appearance, or noise. It comes from stillness, from mystery, from the quiet strength of someone who knows their worth. You can't fake it. You can only become it. And once you do, the world starts leaning toward your silence. Because deep down, everyone craves the calm confidence of a siren, the one who controls and without ever needing to say a word.